Hello, Leanne Schweitzer, and I help health conscious humans create generational wealth. And I'm stoked to be here today to have a conversation with you about how to avoid overwhelm. And let me tell you, it has been a week. It's eclipse week. Did you get to check out the eclipse last week? It has been a wild journey in our household these last couple of days specifically. And so, if you've seen any of my stories recently, you would know that I have been learning how to skateboard, right? And so Lila is in this phase right now where she is transitioning from her Strider bike and she just started riding her pedal bike, and she's kind of like between the two. She's utilizing both of them. She loves going to the park and going really fast down this hill, and I don't think she's figured out how to do it on a pedal bike yet, but man, she goes freaking so fast on her Strider bike. And so anyway, she's learning a new skill, and so I thought, why not try to learn a new skill, right? So at 38 years old, I'm learning how to skateboard, right? So for any of you that, think that you are too old to skateboard, or too old to do this, or too old to do that, and whoever's telling you these stories, right? And I just want to share with you that, so I decided to learn how to skateboard this week. And I tell you what, I was going down this hill really fast. Well, I guess I know where Lila gets it from. I was going down this hill really fast on my skateboard, and man, I was cruising. It was a high. Like, I was like, hey, look at me, I'm going so fast. It's like, it's almost like snowboarding but on a skateboard, and it's been really fun to learn. And anyway, cruising super fast down this hill, and I reach a point. I'm not even sure what exactly happened. I don't know if there was a rock or a crack in the sidewalk or something happened, and I flew off the skateboard and I landed on my knee. And it's been, I've had such incredibly painful knee pain the past couple of days. And so it's just been allowing me the space to slow down and not overwhelm, right? And so I really want to speak today about overwhelm, right? Because overwhelm is a choice, right? Overwhelm is a choice. And the thing about overwhelm, right, especially in the society that we live in right here, right now, right? This society of like, you gotta do, you gotta go, you gotta do all the things, you gotta multitask, and it's intense at times, right? Especially with the eclipse going on, right? All this stuff is coming up to the surface, right? And so, in a state, when you get into the state of overwhelm, right, the first thing to do is to recognize, right, awareness first. Notice that you are feeling overwhelmed, and recognize that it's as simple as changing your state of being. And how do you change your state of being? Your breath, right? Your breath. It is so simple. It's not easy, right? By any means. No, do not confuse easy with simple, right? It's as simple as one breath in and one exhale. Again, breathe in and breathe out. That felt really good. Let's do one more. Inhale. Exhale. Right? So just notice how you feel after 1, 2, 3, 4 breaths, right? Or whatever you need in the moment, right? The breath has the ability to transform everything in your life, right? It has the ability to change, quite literally change your state of being, right? And so you get to shift from this place of overwhelm into this place of centered and grounded and calm, right? And that is what one breath can do for you, right? Breath work is, one of the most overlooked things in society, right? And it's quite literally like the thing, right? It's the first thing that we do when we're born, and it's the last thing that we do before we die, right? It's breathe, right? Breathing is so important. And being conscious and aware of your breaths, it allows you to transition from different states of being. And as you transition from this state of overwhelm into this state of consciousness and awareness and groundedness, right? It's so incredible, right? And so that's tip number 1. Tip number 2 that I have for you when you are feeling overwhelmed is the Pomodoro technique. And so if you've not heard of the Pomodoro technique, I hadn't heard of it either. And when I first learned about it, it changed everything for me, right? And so, again, with overwhelm, we have a tendency of multitasking, right? And multitasking is just doing, multiple tasks at one time. time, right? You're doing all the things at one time. And so what you get to do with the Pomodoro technique is rather than doing a whole bunch of things at one time, you get to first things first, put your devices in do not disturb mode or airplane mode or whatever it is, so that you can focus on one thing. And then you're going to pick one task. That's it, one task. And you are going to set a timer for 25 minutes, and you're going to hit go on that timer. And then for the next 25 minutes, you are going to focus on this one task at hand. You are just going to do this one task for 25 minutes. When the timer goes off, then you get to check in. You take the next 5 minutes for yourself. Maybe you go poop on the potty, maybe you go get a snack, get some tea, maybe you meditate, whatever it looks like for you. You get to take a 5 minute break and then come back again after that 5 minutes. Say you've got like an hour time blocked or 2 hours time blocked. Say, for example, you got 2 hours time blocked. Then you get to come back, set your timer again for 25 minutes and check in. If you finish that task, great. Check that off your checklist, move on to the next task. And then again, you set the timer and you go for 25 minutes straight. You just do one task at a time. When the timer goes off, continue for however long you've time blocked off to do your tasks, right? And so it is as simple as that, as focusing on one thing at a time, right? And so those are the two tips that I have for you today to avoid overwhelm. First things first, coming back to your breath work, and second is the Pomodoro technique. If this was helpful for you below, drop in the comments thank you, or share this with somebody that could utilize this, right? I am rooting for you, I'm cheering you on, and I love you so much, and I'll talk to you soon.